Hi guys, so event season is more or less properly upon us, and we're getting ready for Dogsterville this weekend over at Burley in the New Forest, and I thought I'd just touch on these because these are our nodes. These are kind of the core of our networking, what we do. There's different versions of them, but these five are the five that we'll be deploying, and there's a bit of a story behind these because the original, that node on the top is the oldest one of the lot. And those of you that know Great Dorset Steam Fair, that lived on the pole by AutoJumble for the best part of 2 years. And basically the idea behind these was we would have a upstream feed from somewhere. So originally it was DSL. Then we went to using gigabit Ethernet for some of it with a mixture of DSL, and now as you can see we've gone full in on fibre. I mean, even the event rack now has fibre on it. But these originally basically gave us a monitoring point. They gave us a way of controlling some power there. So you've got power in, you've got power out, which is controllable via a node inside. You've got a status light. These report back to our MQTT server on what's going on, how they feel, what state the power's in. And yeah, they've really evolved. So this is the closest we've got to one of the original nodes. The DSL modem's long gone inside here. This has a dual fiber transceiver in, which replaces the DSL modem. And originally they had quite customized. These are based on the Home Hub 5. We bought a load of these boards there, and they ran our own software. Obviously, when we went over to using network-based stuff, they were basically more or less used as switches, and now we've got more and more fiber infrastructure going out. We've made the switch to fiber, and they've evolved from that point. But even the monitoring's evolved. So the original monitoring was based around that. That's an Arduino with an Ethernet shield. There's nothing special or wonderful about that. We have a little piggyback board that goes on there that gives us 5 volts from the internal 12 volts and drives all the relays and the MOSFETs on the power control board. But even that's evolved now. This is what's replaced it, and you can see it is a completely custom board that's made by us, and this provides us with a lot more flexibility, a lot more power, so to speak. So this does everything that the old nodes does. This allows us to take a snapshot of the local Wi-Fi environment as well. It can do scheduled reboots. It can put the entire box into a low power state using the ESP mesh to wake everything up. And it can do over-the-air firmware updates and so much more. I mean, obviously this one is a prototype. It's been customized. The plan is to be able to put those boost buck modules on it instead of the AC power supply, which is where it's at now, and actually put a DC jack or an AC power supply section on. The whole thing can shrink down a bit, but that's where those have got to. And as I say, these are now all in one cascade, so it's literally out of one into the other, all the way up mains and fibre. And with what we've got fibre wise at the moment, this gives us the ability to do a good couple of 200-metre runs, which you just cannot do with Ethernet. And obviously you'd sacrifice speed for that on DSL. And we've got combined fibre and power leads as well. So these can daisy chain all the way up. And again, because these provide us with the state of power, the amount of power being consumed by a given node, we can monitor the whole thing all the way along. And using the PowerCon connectors sort of discourages people from screwing with things. But yeah, these little boxes, they have been amazing. And they have evolved so far. And this is an example of one of the newer ones. So as you can see, we've now got a button on the outside which can be used for things. That doesn't have the Corning connectors on. And then if we look around the back, you can see there's an Ethernet Wi-Fi aerial on there. And some have DC outputs. This has got DC, that's got DC output. They all have mains outputs. And they have at least four network ports on as a rule. He's lost his... I need to check that one. But yeah, and these really do most of the work along with the rack, and we've really got this dialed in now. So yeah, if you went to the Great Dorset Steam Fair and wondered what the thing up the pole on Auto Jumble was, that's what it was.